Today's story is going to be very special, friends. In the expression of this movie, we will see an introverted, ordinary boy who only minds his own business, but possesses a skill that allows him to unlock any lock easily. Now, we are told an old story that goes like this. A long time ago, there used to be a locksmith who was very famous for his work. After losing his family, he made 4 safes based on an old story. These safes could not be opened without applying their specific lock and key pattern. They were very strong. Some time passed, and the whereabouts of these safes became unknown. However, the 4th and final safe was made by the locksmith himself. He locked himself inside and committed suicide because he was alone in the world. His friends tried hard to get him out of that safe, but could not open it. Eventually, they threw the 4th safe into the water. The main character of the movie, Sebastian, is shown recording a video of himself, narrating the story of the locksmith Hans Wagner, who made the same 4 locks. He uploads the video on YouTube. Sebastian then shows his skill by unlocking a lock with a pattern etched on the bench, demonstrating his talent for opening safes. This indicates that Sebastian is very passionate about opening safes. It's something he does every day. Sebastian follows his routine. He gets ready, goes to a cafe for coffee, and then heads to his office, a bank where he works. At the bank, a lady is causing a commotion because her check has not cleared yet. She watches the news, which reports that a virus is turning people into zombies, making her seem like a zombie to Sebastian. He quickly returns her check. Sebastian lives alone and follows this monotonous routine. One day, when Sebastian checks his video on his laptop, he sees a comment inviting him to a specific address to test his skills. Intrigued, Sebastian heads to the address and finds a competition among people to open safes. At first, he is unsure, but soon understands the competition and participates, showing off his skills. He opens his safe in the first stage and advances to the next round. Eventually, he reaches the final stage, where he competes against another contestant. In the last 30 seconds, Sebastian opens the safe faster than his opponent, impressing the audience. A girl catches Sebastian's eye, but he soon returns home, admires his trophy, and goes to sleep. The next day, Sebastian resumes his routine, goes to the cafe for coffee, and meets Gotlin. She reveals herself as the commenter who invited him to the competition. Gotlin explains that she is a thief wanted by the police in many countries, and she is planning a major heist involving 3 safes made by Hans Wagner, which Sebastian had mentioned in his video. Gotlin offers Sebastian a job to help them open the safes. Sebastian, already smitten with Gotlin and excited by the prospect of opening Hans Wagner's safes, considers her offer. Sebastian goes to the address given by Gotlin the next day. He meets Gotlin's friends, who will assist in the heist. They plan to rob a bank in Paris. Sebastian will first enter the bank and use the washroom, a place frequently visited by the public. While Sebastian is inside, Gotlin, carrying several bags, will steal the key from the security guard and open a fake account at the bank. Gotlin will go to the bank and check her locker. While she is checking her locker, one of their team members will call back the woman who had accompanied Gotlin, pretending not to know the language, and will bring her back to her place. While keeping the woman busy in conversation, Gotlin will exit and meet up with Sebastian. Together they will head to the locker. Upon seeing the safe, Sebastian will be thrilled. Sebastian will play his music and start opening the safe, feeling it with his hands and sensing the locks and gears inside. He will unlock the safe one by one. Successfully opening it, Sebastian will be very happy. Gotlin and Sebastian will take some money from the safe, put it in their bags, and leave the bank easily. They will return to their van and celebrate the success of their mission. Meanwhile, the theft will come to the attention of a police officer in a headquarters in France. This officer has a personal vendetta against Gotlin and has been pursuing her for 5 years. He will get a clue to reach Gotlin from some CCTV footage of the Paris bank where the robbery took place. Realizing that Gotlin and her team are targeting Hans Wagner's safes, the officer will decide to wait for their next move at the bank where the next Hans Wagner safe is located. On the other hand, Gotlin and her team will be celebrating their successful heist. The next day, they will leave for Prague to carry out another robbery. They will have a foolproof plan in which Gotlin and Sebastian will go inside the bank, and Karina, a hacker, will navigate them. Karina will be connected to them and will open all the doors with her hacking skills, ensuring their path is clear. As they move forward, Karina will open each door in front of Sebastian. Karina was doing the same thing with Gotlin when suddenly the CCTV officer there gets alerted. However, before the officer could act, Karina helps Gotlin and Sebastian reach the safe. As soon as they arrive, they see some officers present there. Gotlin shows her fighting skills, rendering all the officers unconscious. Sebastian is initially scared, but then calms down, plays his music, and starts opening the safe to complete the robbery. Meanwhile, Karina notices that the officer has locked the elevator and the doors. They execute their backup plan, involving Brand, who enters the bank with a gun to commit a real robbery, making all the officers unconscious. While Sebastian and Gotlin are busy with the safe, the police officer mistakenly goes to the wrong bank and, realizing his error, angrily heads to the correct location. As Sebastian works on the safe, he makes a mistake, causing all 4 keys to go inside. One last key remains, which, if turned incorrectly, will lock the safe forever. Sebastian carefully turns the key and succeeds, allowing the other 4 keys to come out. He then opens all the keys one by one. Meanwhile, Brand threatens the bank employees, forcing them to deposit money and sit inside a circle. The CCTV operator notices this and raises the alarm. The police officer is now rushing towards the bank. Sebastian and Gotlin finally open the safe and are thrilled. Gotlin informs Karina that the job is done, and Karina calls Brand back. As Brand exits, an officer confronts him. Sebastian and Gotlin also emerge with their bags. Brand tries to escape, but ends up shooting the officer, causing him to fall from the window. Brand then kills the officer. Inside, Sebastian and Gotlin take advantage of the chaos to slip out of the bank. The van was waiting nearby, moving slowly. Gotlin manages to get inside the van, but Brand, feeling threatened by Sebastian's influence on Gotlin and driven by greed, takes Sebastian's bag and pushes him away, preventing him from entering the van. Sebastian runs away as the police chase after him, escaping on his own. Sebastian escapes as the police chase him. Brad's greed and betrayal lead Gotlin and Karina to decide not to work with him anymore. They leave the van, indicating their split from Brad. Meanwhile, a sad Sebastian returns home, wondering why Gotlin betrayed him. He finds Gotlin and Karina already inside, apologizing and explaining that they didn't anticipate Brad's actions. Initially hesitant, Sebastian agrees to join them for the 3rd safe, driven by his need to open it. The trio, Sebastian, Gotlin, and Karina, travel to Switzerland to open Hans Wagner's 3rd safe. The officer, prepared this time, has his team monitoring communications. They overhear Gotlin planning to open the safe at 5 Kausars. The officer informs the head of the casino about the impending robbery. The casino head reveals that they were aware of the threat and have already moved the safe to another location, frustrating the officer. Gotlin's plan unfolds as they attack the truck supposed to pick up the safe from the casino. Sabine poses as the driver, takes control of the truck, and heads to the casino. Gotlin and her team lock the safe and leave, successfully executing their heist once again. Sebastian and Gotlin had managed to get the safe inside the truck. Gotlin was driving, while Sebastian focused on cracking the safe. Gotlin asked Sebastian if he could unlock the safe on the moving truck. Despite the challenge, Sebastian got to work on the highly secure safe, which had 7 keys that needed to be unlocked one by one. Meanwhile, Brad, near the casino, was watching the police officers, plotting to trap Gotlin again. Karina noticed Brad's GPS location on her screen and saw that he was heading towards them. However, Brad got caught by the police before he could reach them. Karina, realizing the danger, sent a warning message to Gotlin and destroyed her phone. The police started torturing Karina, but a lady officer offered to help her in exchange for Gotlin's location, promising to take care of Karina's younger brother. Karina, feeling pressured, revealed Gotlin's whereabouts. Now, both Brad and the police were closing in on Gotlin and Sebastian. Sebastian was making progress with the safe, unlocking it bit by bit. Gotlin received Karina's message, alerting her to the police's knowledge of their location. She urged Sebastian to hurry, driving the truck faster despite the difficulties it caused him. As Brad and the police officer neared, Sebastian managed to unlock the safe. Gotlin stopped the truck, and they quickly filled their bags with money. As they exited the truck, Brad appeared and held them at gunpoint. However, Gotlin had anticipated Brad's betrayal and had removed the bullets from his gun. She revealed this to Brad, took his gun, and used it to tie him and the police officers to the truck. Gotlin and Sebastian then took the money and drove away. They traveled a considerable distance and decided to part ways to ensure their safety. Before they left, they shared a kiss, planning to escape via the yard and the lake. Just as they reached the yard, the police officer arrived and held them at gunpoint. Gotlin offered him a bag of money, but he refused, determined to catch Gotlin after chasing her for years. Realizing that the officer wouldn't let them go, Gotlin told Sebastian to leave without her, promising to find him after her release from prison. Sebastian, reluctant but forced by Gotlin, eventually left. Gotlin assured him they would find the 4th safe together once she was out. Gotlin had already arranged everything for Sebastian's escape, including a passport and visa at the yard. Sebastian remembered his moments with Gotlin and left reluctantly. Later, we see Sebastian with a group of people discussing opening a safe. He has the blueprint of Hans Wagner's 4th safe, indicating his next mission. This story concludes with a hint of future adventures for Sebastian and Gotlin. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you liked my narration, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.